So in this video, I'm going to show you how to really make some cool things happen with Descript just in a really short period of time. Now, this is just a upright video that I recorded, and as you can see, it's 1 minute and 51 seconds, and that's without adjusting for any of the removing the stop words. So usually the first thing that I do with Descript is I'm going to do the global edits first. So what that means is before making any cuts, anything I want to do to the whole video as a whole, I'm going to do that. And they've got some great AI actions here that you can do. You can shorten word gaps. And my first thing that I always do is I remove the filler words. And as you can see, this one actually doesn't have very many, so I must have been pretty focused when I record this. But you see it's pulled out these filler words, okay? So things like, okay, and then I just click remove all, and then it's taken those all out. And you've noticed that the entire video has gotten shorter because of that. What I also might do is just manually remove some of these things. So for this, I could just start with the word you, and I'll just strike this out. So it'll leave it in the thing, but it will just start with you instead of so you. Instead of so you is will just start with you may have heard of multitasking. And I might actually just cut out that whole line because I don't think we need to just start with multitasking. So I'll just strike that out. Okay. And then I'll just go through and try to shorten things up. And anytime there's like a dot, that's a little bit of space. And you can adjust anything you want here. So I can just strike out this extra space, and then again, the time goes down. And I'm just going to cut out this call to action for the comments because I don't think it's important. Rather just have it loop in. So now we're down to 141. Now, also what I'm going to do here is I'm going to adjust the text, and I'm going to click on this and add studio sound. So instead of it sounding like this,
comes up things you actually have to.
I'm going to add a little studio sound, which usually just improves the microphone. And this takes a few minutes to do. What you can also do is you can actually put in green screen. Even though I'm not on a green screen, I can actually apply green screen. And these were things that you'd want to do globally before doing anything else, adding cuts and that sort of thing. So now we've got the studio effect sounds in. Let's see how that sounds.
Think about, if you have to think about it, you can't do two things at once. So you're actually task switching. So you switch from one task back to the other, back to the other. And it's incredibly.
Okay, so that sounds good. It improved the audio a little bit. Now we're going to see how green screen looks. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep that on, but I do want to show it. Okay, so it's got green screen on, and you can see that it does a pretty good job. My hair looks a little funny there.
So here's what you do.
But,
Here are things that you can do first.
But you don't need green screen. So that's one of the cool things with this. So you might want to use that, you might not. And of course, with green screen, you can leave it black, or you can drag something in over top. And as you can see, it doesn't take a lot of time to do this. One of the things I also do with shorts is sometimes I'll go to the gallery and I'll add captions. So this is a really easy way to add captions. You can just choose what style you want. Let's say I want to do this one, and it will just apply the template and put it in. So
isolate the one most important thing, okay, the MIT. Most important thing that you can do today. Focus on that. Use your best energy.
Okay. And you can adjust this, you can reposition this, but that's pretty good because on TikTok and Instagram, you're going to have some stuff below, so you don't want it too high, you don't want it in your face. And you can adjust the text if you wanted to do that as well, just to match your brand. So those are some things that you can do. You can also change the background. Like if I don't want blue, I could change it to something else, but I'm going to leave it like that. Okay. Now, what I want to do here is I want to basically find the about the minute here. Okay, so I'm going to put a cut there. And then this one, I'm going to cut that and put it into new composition, and I'm just going to paste that in. That I just copied and pasted the text. So now I've actually got two compositions here, and so I've got the first one and then the second one. So this is how I'm going to make it both under a minute. So we'll fit on YouTube Shorts, Productivity 1, and we're going to rename this Productivity 2. Okay, so now we've got that taken care of, and we've got it in two separate compositions just under the one file. Okay.
Multitasking is actually a myth, and a lot of people get this confused because they think I can chew gum at the same time.
So if you want to add a cut here, you just want to have the beginning and the end of the scene, and then you can drag in different media or find different media. So I'm talking about chewing gum. So let's see if there's anything on chewing gum here. And let's check out GIFs if there's chewing gum. So I'm going to put this, I'm going to drag this right here. So just after I talk about chewing gum. And this is just going to jump out here and
chew gum at the same time. But the thing is, when it comes to things you actually have to think about, if you have to think about it, you can't do two things at once. So you're actually task switching.
So I think I'd like to change that and have that more on the walk and chew gum thing here. So I'm just going to put this here, and I'm going to drag it instead over to here. And I don't really like that one. It's got a feel where it's like a little bit frenzied and frenetic. And so I think I'm going to put this one here instead. All right. So I'm just going to pop this up a bit. This is just to break things up a little bit and just to change the visual element. And this probably isn't a great example because with the upright, it's harder to find GIFs and stuff that will fit perfectly in line with this. But already we've done some things like even if I just wanted to do simple and not even have any overlays, I could certainly do that. Okay, and so let's see. All right, so I'm just going to add a text here. Okay, and I'm going to add in just some text right here. And I'm just going to highlight that. And you see, it's going to keep the same font that I used earlier. What is your MIT for today? Okay. So I got the text here, and let's just change the font, the font, the color of that font. Okay. And let's grab this text here and reposition it. And I'm going to make it a little bit smaller here. So how I'm going to do that is I'm just going to type in a new value. What is your MIT for today? Okay. And you can drag in all kinds of these different elements here. If you want to find images or illustrations, here's chewing gum. Let's see if there's anything for MIT. So you could drag images in, audio. You can even do text to image, which is pretty cool. You can search on Splash as well. But I think for this case, I'm just going to put that in and leave it at that. And then I could add in some music if I wanted to do that. But this is just a short example of things you can do to soup up a video and make it a little bit more polished. So if I wanted to add in some media here, let's look at the audio. Let's search for some music. You can put in sound effects too. And you can also put in different elements here. So I could put in, they have basically subscribe buttons. So here, subscribe. So I could put in a subscribe here, and we'll just load the media in for me. All right, and then as it plays here, you can see how that's going to
You want
look.
to think of every distraction or potential distraction as an enemy trying to get in your gaze and screw you up.
Okay, so that's just a little slow because it's rendering at the same time, but that's all you need to do. And I can see that this is right now, it's 59 minutes, so that's 59 seconds, so that's under a minute, which is good. And so let's just find some music here that we can put in. And they have, you can subscribe here, but I'm just gonna put in, not sure what kind of music I want to put in here. I'm gonna go back up to the top, and we'll put the music in over everything. And then obviously we'll have to adjust this down. So for the music layer,
Get this confused because I think I can walk and chew gum at the same time. But the thing is, when it comes to things you actually have to think about, you have to think about it. You can't do two things at once. So you're actually task switching. So you switch from one task, back to the other, back to the other. And it's incredibly draining. And
all right. So you can actually make templates of this so I can just apply it to the other one. But basically that's all you need to do. And then you can publish this, export it, and put it in full resolution. You can also export the subtitles here. So I'm just gonna export this. What I normally do is I export the subtitles as well, so I can load those into YouTube, and that's all really good. And the other thing is you can actually ask AI to do certain things. So you can ask them to edit it for clarity, to add chapters or markers, short word gaps, and also to write like a YouTube description, find good clips. If you have a longer piece of content, you can have it get some stuff that's good for social media, to shorten it, to rewrite the script, a whole bunch of things. So basically, it can write the whole YouTube description for this. And what I love about this also is it writes the chapter markers. So we'll find out where you talk about different things. And this is what it's written for me. And you can see like it's broken this 1 minute video into chapters. So there's more than 3. So you can actually use that for chapters on YouTube, which YouTube loves, by the way. And so this is one of the reasons that I love Descript. So it's just exporting now. But as you can see, just really quickly, I was able to add a subscribe button and an overlay if I wanted to. And of course, a lot of those videos that you can get from here, they have videos you can actually just use, not just images and GIFs, but videos. So if I wanted to do something about, let's say I was talking about task management, these are all videos that I can use and drag some of these onto the canvas and just make a better video, right? So if I wanted to show you how to do that as well, so let's put in something here just so I can show you that as well. I think that would be helpful. You don't need a lot of stuff to put in. Just a little change of scenery makes a big deal. Sometimes if it's too long, it can get a little bit uncomfortable as well. But as you can see, let's just grab this one here. And I'm just going to put it right in this spot here. And I'm actually going to cancel this just so I can put it in here. And again, this doesn't work great because of the aspect ratio. So you do need to blow it up quite a bit to cover that. But I think it can still make sense for short form content.
so you switch from one task, back to the other, back to the other. and it's incredibly
right? So I've added images, I've added video, I've added all these different things, and it really hasn't taken a long time. I've got the subtitles. The script just saves me so much time, and you can edit it literally by moving text around, which for me just makes it so much easier to edit. You're not listening for little things that you might have said wrong or going back and searching for subtitles or timestamps or any of that. It just saves so much time. So anyhow, I hope this video was helpful. I'll put a link to Descript in the description. It is my video editor of choice. It's totally changed the way that I edit videos. And if you enjoy this video, obviously this video is not recorded in Descript because I'm demoing it, but normally I do use Descript. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments and check it out, give it a try. Let me know what you think.